Hey there, it's me, Jester, your favorite camp director for Camp Wasu 2. So today I'm going to teach you daisies out there how to make a maraca using some basic stuff you can find at home. This is part of one of the badges that you can earn as a daisy, which is the Outdoor Art Maker badge. The Outdoor Art Maker badge has 3 parts to it. Each part has 2 different things you can choose from. This comes from the second part, which is hear the sounds of nature. So there are 3 parts to this badge. 1, see the colors of nature. You can make a color painting of the outside, so go somewhere really colorful and beautiful so you can paint it to the best of your ability. And you can include the flowers and the grass and the trees and maybe some other things if you happen to see maybe a dog run by or your parents' car is there. Another option is you can have a color race. So a color race is when you and a buddy dress up in crazy outfits. It doesn't have to match. And then you try to race to see who can find that color on their outfit in nature, and you have to find as many colors that match your outfit as possible. The second part of this badge is to hear the sounds of nature. So, you can go outside and do what I call a sound inventory. You're going to get really quiet, listen very carefully, and then try to record as many sounds as you hear. So maybe you hear the leaves rustling in the trees from the wind. Maybe you hear a car driving by too. There could be a dog barking in the distance. There's so many different sounds you could possibly hear. And when you're done with that, you're going to pick one of your sounds and write a song or poem or even create a dance around it. This comes from the second part, which is hear the sounds of nature. So, you might think maraca sounds similar to certain things in nature, but hopefully you can guess what it is. I might give you a hint toward the end after we make it and I start playing one. So, what you're going to need is an empty water bottle. You will need some construction paper. I prefer white because you're going to color on this and make it look super cool. You're going to need something to attach the paper to your bottle with. So I recommend tape because it's easy, but you can also use glue if you have that. You'll also need some scissors, but make sure you get help from your parents or a guardian, whoever's home looking after you. And you'll also need some coloring supplies. So I have my giant bag of handy markers for this. So the last thing you're going to need, definitely ask for permission before you go and get it, is you're going to need some dried beans or dried peas. So here in this little cup, if you can see, I have a bunch of dried lima beans. And that's what we're going to use inside of the maraca to make noise. So first things first, you're going to want to get an empty bottle. It doesn't really work if you have water in it, so make sure it's empty first. Definitely don't forget to save the cap because you're going to need that. So what you're going to do first is you're going to take a piece of paper and you're going to want to measure the bottle with it because you want this to wrap around the middle part of this bottle. And so you're going to wrap it around and draw a line where you see the end. So I'm going to do that on this table just to make it a little easier. About there. And then you're also going to want to measure how tall the bottle is. So I'm going to measure it right to here, right before the bottle starts to curve, so it's easy to stick. So when you're done with that, you're going to want to cut out, and it's going to cut out the piece of paper with the lines you've measured. So you're going to cut out a nice triangle that you're going to use as your coloring page to wrap around your bottle. So I've measured approximately, so I'm just going to cut this guy out. If you need help cutting things out, make sure you ask a parent or guardian. Okay, see? See, and you'll know it fits because you can also test it and wrap it around your bottle like this and make sure it fits this way. And this is what you're going to decorate to make your Maraca look super unique and cool for you. Now, it's easier if you decorate it while it's still not wrapped and it's flat on a surface. So you can do whatever you want. You can draw cool designs. Maybe you want to draw a picture outside. Maybe you want to draw some flowers. Well, I really like flowers and I like the sun. So what I did on mine is I drew these flowers right here, a bird and the sun. Now, you're going to attach this to your bottle. You might need some help for this if you have a little trouble because it's a lot to hold on to. So I'm going to use tape because it's easiest for me. I also have glue, but I think tape is a bit easier. So I'm going to tape one side down, make sure it's nice and tight on the bottle. I'm going to put some on the bottom too so it doesn't slip off by accident. And then I'm going to take it and wrap it all the way around. And when it gets to the other side, I'm going to tape it down so it stays attached. And put another piece of tape just in case to make sure it's secure because I don't want it to come off because I think this is going to be a super cool Maraca when I'm done. Awesome. So now that I have my picture attached, I'm going to add in my dried beans. So make sure you're careful. I'm going to put them in a little bit at a time so I don't accidentally spill them everywhere and have to pick them up. You can do a whole handful of beans. You can do a small amount. You can try it out and see how it sounds with different amounts of beans in it. I got about a nice handful of beans so that I can have a fun rain sound. Oops, I'm dropping them everywhere. These beans are slippery, but they're not magic beans. Alright, I just have a few more left. Oop. And now that I'm all done filling my Maraca, I'm going to close the top off nice and tight. And then I have it. So, some people might say the Maraca can sound similar to making rain if you listen very carefully. Or maybe you want a little craziness. Who knows? But that's one really fun way to make Maraca. So, when you think of nature and you hear sounds, sometimes the little pitter-patter of rain can sound very similar to the Maraca you just made. So that is that. The third part of this badge is share your outdoor art. So for this one, you can either make a leave no trace picture or perform a play outdoors. So just to refresh your memory, leave no trace is how we can protect the environment and protect nature while we are outside. So some of that might include picking up trash, or if you bring it with you, don't leave it there, make sure you take it with you. So bring in and bring out exactly what you have. Another part is leaving what you find. So if you see a flower growing, yes, it's beautiful and we'd love to take it with us. However, if you pick it, the flower can't grow anymore. So it's really better if you leave it there and let it grow so it can continue making more beautiful flowers and other people can also enjoy them as well. And lastly, performing a play outdoors. So you and maybe one of your siblings or a friend, or maybe you can create your own, be super creative, can create your own play and perform it for your family. So whatever you choose to do, be kind to nature. Go outside, enjoy the sun, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.